I was born
West.
in Western Canada.
Okay.
Did elementary school in Vancouver. And after I finished elementary school, my parents, for all kinds of reasons, decided to move to Australia for a few years, and they never left.
And would you consider yourself fully bilingual?
Absolument.
Wow.
Ma femme est francophone, mes enfants ont été élevés en français, puis oui, je travaille très bien en français.
Okay, but you still consider yourself an anglophone?
Yes, it's still my mother tongue.
Okay.
When I was a teenager, before I could start thinking about how I wanted to earn a living, I was really quite obsessed with the meaning of life, the creation of the universe. Why does the universe exist? But what came out of that was an understanding that beneath all religions and all belief systems, you will find the golden rule. And the golden rule is about relationships between human beings. And understanding that relationships between human beings could be a meaning for life, I was ready to embark upon the more mundane life challenge of finding a way to earn a living. And my search for meaning led me to a concept of community that has sort of guided everything that I've done all my life. And I was much more interested in things that are difficult to measure. Quality of life, beauty, kindness. So I left Australia and I thought I was heading for Berlin because Berlin was a great cultural city back then. That was 1980. But when I arrived in Canada, I saw an ad for the National Theatre School of Canada that had just opened a brand new playwriting program. And that was something that I was quite interested in. So as I was traveling across the country visiting relatives, I bought a portable typewriter, I wrote a play, I submitted it in Montreal. And from the day I arrived here, this place felt like home. And I knew this was the place that I wanted to spend the rest of my life. I like the fact that art is respected here. It was a place to experiment with ideas about breaking down walls and bringing together people who have previously been isolated or hostile or antagonistic. But being made a companion in the Order of Arts and Letters for Quebec was really a recognition that I do kind of belong here in some way. The other people who were, that was the founding year of that particular distinction. And other people who were awarded that year were Michel Tremblay, Leonard Cohen, Robert Lepage. So to be in that group of people was pretty impressive, and I was happy to be, considered to be somebody important in Quebec arts and culture. So yeah, I guess at that point I really felt that this is my home. Yeah, ELAN was about a support for the English-speaking community that can at times face obstacles, face misunderstanding, face challenges. So we wanted to create a place where they could support and help one another, but we always encourage people. I always encourage people. If you're going to stay in Quebec, learn as much French as you can. Make as many francophone friends as you can. ELAN was preceded by a matching fund program between the Department of Canadian Heritage and Canada Council that was created for francophones outside Quebec. It was a minority language program. And they wanted to do something in Quebec for the English-speaking community, but there was no structure, there was no organization. So one of the people running that program kept saying to me, if you guys get organized, if you create something, there's a lot of money that will follow. And that led to the creation of ELAN. Whenever somebody comes to me and has an idea or a problem, I can usually find a solution or a source of support. So that's been very, very rewarding to be able to be in a position where all of this information is coming in and we can help people. That was what it was about in the first place, was creating a place where people could come for support. And ELAN really can do that now in a way that was unimaginable 15 years ago. We have very intentionally with ELAN brought attention to the power of art to reflect people's lives. To say, we're not just bankers and money grubbers, as the legend would have it, that we can also sing and we can dance and we can have fun, and people have really done that in an exemplary way. We are now at a place again where many of the great artists working in Canada are in English are living in Montreal. So that is something that we need to know more about. We need to pay more attention to. And if you choose to be proud of that kind of thing, by all means be proud of it. Once you get a first break, that will kind of determine what other breaks you get. As you are meeting people and getting to know them, if they like you and if they trust you and if they believe you do good work, they will come back and get you. So I think just having a really positive attitude and a desire to be curious and creative and get along with people, that will generate all kinds of opportunities. And pretty soon, it's a question of what you want to choose from. You'll have more choices than you can possibly handle.
That's really good, important advice.